So we actually received an email from KFC, or actually through the agency, saying, hey, you know, there's this potential project which is happening. It's going to be for a fast food brand. You know, when we got that, you know, we got really excited because, you know, we were either thinking, okay, you know, of all the international fast food brands, you know, all of them are really exciting brands. We wanted to work with, you know, any of them. And then we found out it was KFC. But I think what really sort of topped the bill was that it was in conjunction with Merdeka. And the idea there is that it wanted to actually concentrate on the heritage and the culture of KFC, you know, since 1973. That's the year that they came into KL or Malaysia itself. I think in terms of that project, one of the things that they gave us was that, hey, you know, we want you guys to come up with 11 goods. And the 11 goods, obviously a representation of their secret sauce. You know, the 11 herbs and spices that make their chicken. Out of the 11 pieces, what we actually wanted to create, you know, with all our collaborations, we've actually been obviously focusing on the mechanic tee, which has been, you know, in a part of our design arsenal for the past 9 years. You know, it's what we started off and it's what we want to be able to sort of continue to do. So using that, you know, the mechanic tee, this all sort of stays the same, but using the KFC tagline of finger licking good, you know, having that tagline in there, and that's when sort of KFC came in, 1973.
Instead of t-shirt makers and goods, right?
Yeah, and just adding a little bit more element. Normally what you would see here would be our flying mechanic, but this time, you know, I mean, a bucket of chicken and all of that sort of embroidered. So small little, you know, a little bit sort of easy going on the front.
This is the basic co-branding pieces. We wanted to showcase our national batik pattern lining, and its bow tie, black on black.
One of our personal favorites, like we said just now, would be this bowling shirt. So bowling shirt, I think these are really sort of in trend in terms of the silhouette itself. And we could be a little bit more playful with the design. So, you know, for this one, obviously some of it was given by KFC, like this Colonel Sanders, a few of these as well, right? The ribbon, these are all the very iconic iconography of KFC. And then a few things that we added on, obviously, is the atok, you know, that you can see him over there. The fried chicken that Jack and the team illustrated, the bucket of chicken as well that we illustrate, that you also see as an embroidery on a few of the other pieces. And of course
the kabaya
lady. Kabaya lady over here. So she's wearing a kabaya top, holding fried chicken. And this style as well, taken a little bit more from that time, the 70s.
So, reversible bucket head. On this side, they call it the AO line, exactly like how they use it for their chicken bucket. But when you reverse it, it's your Orient spicy
dilemma that people always go through. So it just says, you know, one fella is always saying like Ori, and another fella is like, oh, spicy, because normally they don't allow you to mix, do they?
Yeah.
I don't think they allow you to mix.
No, I'm not sure about you, but I'm a small.
Yeah, same. Spicy is way better. So we've got a pin set as well, as you can see from here. We've got the chicken. This is called the dinner plate. So normally in the dinner plate, you always get chicken. You know, at the same point in time, you always get the wedges. And the way it's sort of showcased on this is supposed to be a tray. So you got your dinner plate served to you. And this is actually on our tote bag. So ayam ori chap atok, you know, since 1973. And this is not a spelling mistake, by the way. Obviously, this is the older way of spelling pilihan back in the day. So, you know, pilihan Malaysia. So this particular piece is KFC's first store in 1973, and this is on Jalan Tuanku Abdul Rahman. So the first store, as you can see back in the day, you know, they actually used like the Chinese typography right there. It says restaurant Kentucky Fried Chicken. So obviously today everyone knows it as KFC, but back then, you know, they still have that. So even our storefront as well that we're currently building right now, it has small little hints which is taken from this store. So like the signage that you will see when during launch day, if you're actually at the pop-up, you actually see this and some other elements. And for like the red one as well, it's completely blank in the front, but where you actually have the prints is here. So this says Pestle and Mortar, this says Kentucky Fried Chicken. So when you put your hands like that, you know, you can sort of see like both the brandings. And then at the back is the Nonya girl that Jack was talking about. So she's wearing like a Nonya sort of kabaya costume, holding chicken, and in terms of the style as well that is drawn is from the 70s. So our Bunga Raya, you know, and again, finger licking good in the 3 different languages, showcasing diversity.
So this is actually the first KFC outlet in Penang. Unfortunately, they are no longer operating now.
Ever since this year itself.
Yeah, so it's only right for us to pay a tribute to that colonial KFC outlet in Penang.
Yeah, even though this is not the first building, but this is actually one of their most iconic ones. I'm sure all the guys from Penang, they will know lah. So this one, yeah, they actually ceased operation this year itself. And you know how we spoke about KFC, how it being like the main, and then things, you know, that people sort of gravitate towards that. And that's what we actually wanted to showcase in this. You know, KFC, even though, you know, it's for everyone. And this one has like a really young family. And you can see the dad and the kid over there, they're actually wearing Pestle And Mortar. So that's our mechanic tee, that's our text logo.
And hence the Jung Capsule.
Yeah. So the way that people say it as well, a lot more localized, you know. Some people say KFC, the other ones say KFC. So we have that. And you know, small little detailing like this as well. Some embroidery of the bucket. Again, the base. I think lastly, is this one that Jack was showcasing just now. So for this again, you know, having the 2 main iconic figures, Colonel Sanders, localized. And then after that, our other strike logo. That we've been using quite a bit on some of our recent pieces. So, you know, the PMC KFC, that sort of sits quite nice, and this thing sort of overlays on top with a little tagline. I think streetwear itself, we've definitely seen that shift, you know, a worldwide shift that is really a force to reckon with. Streetwear itself has a bigger voice than where it used to be. And because of that, you know, that sort of carried on a little bit to Malaysia. You can see that. I think it gives us the opportunity to really amplify what we really believe in and our work that we're extremely passionate about. You know, I think definitely a lot more sort of cross-collaboration, a lot more opportunities, not only for us, but for a lot of the other brands, local brands out there, to be able to work with brands that you would never dream of.